Hey everyone, it's Jason from BodyWorx Physio, here today with Tom, one of our other physios, who is our resident expert on running and running injuries. So I got him in today to ask him some questions. So number one, what do you love about running, Tom?
Running's a great social activity. Newcastle actually has a really awesome running community, so it's always good to get out there and you're always going to run into someone that you know if you do it often enough. It's free. Which is great. All you need to do is grab yourself a pair of shoes and go for a run. And it's really easy to set yourself some goals. You can go for 1 to 2k run, you could set yourself a goal of doing a half marathon or a marathon, or if you're crazy enough you can even go any further.
Yeah, and so you recently entered into one of the ultra runs, a trail run for 100k's. How did you go with that?
Look, it was a great experience. It was an awesome fun day. I didn't quite get as far as I wanted to get.
He still ran 70k's, which is, by my mind, way too far for me to ever run, hence why I cycle. But, so on that line, you experienced what a number of runners experience. And so what are the 3 common injuries that we tend to see in runners coming into the clinic?
Okay, so probably the biggest one that you'll end up seeing is patellofemoral pain, just from pain through the outside of the knee. Achilles tendinopathy issues are really quite common, and also we quite often see shin splints quite a lot, so yeah, they're probably the 3 main ones.
Okay. We'll do individual videos on each of those injuries because there really is so much to talk about with those that it's too much to go into this video. We want to do them as an individual thing. So how can physio help with running and running performance, but also to help prevent injuries in this case?
Running, this is probably one of the biggest areas in which we can help. We sort of deal with, initially when a runner comes in and they've got an injury, we work through dealing with pain and soft tissue injury or anything like that might be going on. Then moving forward, we want to be doing, we can go through full running assessments, addressing biomechanical issues, muscle weaknesses and that sort of stuff. And then we're just looking at running posture and gait and planning as well. So looking at moving forward, helping patients achieve their goals, again, for whatever running distance they want to achieve.
And it's a big step up. Like if you've been used to running 5 or 10k's and you do want to run a half marathon or a marathon, it's really important sometimes to get a pre-assessment done. Because that sheer volume of load increase, going from that 5 or 10k's to the training volume you'll need to do for those rides, that's often where we start to see those little injuries develop, because it only needs to be something small going wrong with how your leg is working, whether a muscle's not strong enough or too tight, to start to develop those injuries.
Yeah.
So what's your top tip for runners?
Well, probably you just sort of touched on it. Is about,
Sorry.
No. There's a couple actually. So number one is obviously looking at your training load, not overtraining. And again, that's where physio can sort of help out. Number 2 is obviously listening to your body in terms of identifying. There's no point in pushing through pain or injuries, even in a long distance race. And number 3 is all about recovery. You can't expect to be running distances or anything like that, or even any sport in general, if you're not doing the appropriate amount of recovery. And that's stretching, that's foam rolling, that's getting massages, any of that sort of stuff is also really, really important.
And I think it's important what you say about the injuries in that, there's normal soreness after you've worked out. Like, you might have that muscle soreness, that delayed onset muscle soreness DOMS. And that's normal for up to 2 to 3 days. But once it gets to a week, if you're still sore there, that's not muscle soreness. That's an injury that you need to get checked out with. So don't leave it for 2 or 3 months. Because one of the frustrating things is when we see somebody who's getting ready for a marathon and they've had Achilles pain for 3 months, it's much harder to treat at that point. And so what's your next big event? What's your goal that you're setting yourself up for?
Well, I'm just in recovery mode at the moment, but I'll probably do a couple of shorter distance trail races the rest of the year, but my ultimate goal is back next year to the UTA. I'm giving the 100 another go. Hopefully I won't have the injuries I had this year, but we'll see what happens.
Excellent. And so if you are in Newcastle or most places in Australia, there's awesome running groups. There's park run all over Australia. You're in a local group called Striders.
No, I'm in the Wooters.
Striders.
But Newcastle probably has about 20 to 25 running groups, all different experience levels, all different running abilities. it's a great community to get involved in, and I encourage everyone to do it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be in a running group, but I know from talking to Tom, one of the things he loves about it is support. You have those other people that run with you, and I mean, I hate running, so I think it'd make it at least interesting. But Tom loves it, so that's the main thing. So thanks guys, hope you found that interesting, and we'll see you in the next video.